thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What's going on, YouTube world? What's going on, YouTube world?
Yes,
Get my
sir. We in that damn thing called Media TV.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Easy signing in. A stack and a strap will still get you clapped. Code TV, you never know what you might see. And today, we got my man Charlie Global in the building with us.
Already, yes, sir.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and I know you trying to send out a few little invites and things. I'm gonna let you go ahead and get yourself together, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm sitting on trying to get them up true here. Trying to get them up in here. Man, they gonna be a good one, man. I can feel it. Yeah.
For the people that don't kind of know on Code TV, right, Charlie? Could you let everybody know what you initially kind of went to prison for?
Yeah, so I caught a charge for armed robbery and 2 counts of aggravated assault. So yeah, that's what I got sentenced to 15 years for.
Okay. And on that sentence, how many years you end up doing on that sentence?
The whole
You
15,
did the whole 15.
day for day. Yeah, yeah. Georgia don't play. When you come through Georgia, man, be on your P's and Q's, man. For real.
So you know what I
Real
wanted to
be
do
on
a little bit,
P's
Charlie? I
and
wanted to kind of go back to your past, right? Kind of let everybody we know you from Georgia. Well, what part of Georgia are you from?
I'm from Southwest Georgia, a little town called Moultrie, Georgia.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's in the 229 area, close to Albany, Valdosta, Tilton.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 2 hours away from Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay. So what was your household like for real growing up?
Well, um, I actually was raised by my aunt. You know what I'm saying? My mom went to prison when I was real young, so I was raised by my aunt. You know what I'm saying? My aunt used to be on my case a lot because she knew the streets. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? She knew I was headed in that direction, and she used to always try to steer me the right way. But I was infatuated with getting stuff fast, so I didn't listen. You know, she tried to. She did her best job of being a provider, caring for me. You know what I'm saying? And then I had my uncles. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I had people in my corner that wanted to see me do the right thing. I hadn't found myself yet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy. It took me to go to prison to truly find myself. But hey, some people never do. You
Yeah,
feel me?
that's a fact. That's a fact. So now I heard you say your mom went to prison when you was young, right? What
Yeah.
effect did that kind of have on you though?
It had its effect, you know what I'm saying? Cause kids were ruthless. So people used to make jokes, crack jokes, and I always had that longing to, be close to my mama, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
it had its effects.
Okay. Okay. Um. Now today, are you gonna end up giving us a story today?
Yeah, I drop something on you real quick when you
Uh,
get finished.
Okay. 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 Now let's go ahead and go in then. So how does a typical day kind of unfold for inmates?
A typical day where, you gonna start the day off around about 5:30, going to breakfast, come back from breakfast. You know what I'm saying? You might hop back in the bed for a little while, but then you got to turn around about 7, get ready for rotation, call outs, and medical education, thing like that. Then you got to get ready for inspection. They gonna come through, you know what I'm saying? After inspection, they gonna run lunch. You know what I'm saying? You gonna go to lunch around 10:30, 11 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? After lunch, count time, And when count clear, you got third rotation. That's the last rotation of the day. And then after that, over with, you got last chow. Once chow call over with the last one, that basically the movement over with as far as the traffic around the
Right.
compound over with really after last chow. So, and then after last chow, you got pill call, insulin call, things of that nature, medical call outs. After that, it just you in the dorm, whether you watching TV or whatever activity you choose to get into in the dorm. You know what I'm saying? You got several lanes people play, so you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
That basically it on a typical day, but you know,
Yeah, yeah. So, how do relationships form, and what hierarchies exist amongst prisoners?
um, relationships are formed really. The first relationship you probably get is your bunkmate. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna be the
Mm-hmm.
person you living with. You know what I'm saying? So relationships are made through bunkmates, through sports, through the news, through going out there to yard call with other dorms, gym call. Uh, it just depend on how you do time on,
You
you know
move
what
it.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, what coping mechanisms did you develop to handle the stress of being just like isolated and locked up for real?
I always kept a cell phone. So my cell phone was my getaway. And when I didn't have a cell phone, I always read books.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And outside of that, I gambled. Like I used to like to play cards, shoot dice, bet on sports events on the TV. Uh and then I've always been an artist, so I write music, you know what I'm saying? You know, I used to play ball when in my 20s, when I was in my 20s, but like right after I turned 30, I really stopped hooping
Yeah,
for real. Cause the worst place to have injuries is in prison. So, but yeah, for the most part, but I would say the number one thing though is cell phone.
yeah. So how does staff maintain order, right? And what happens when the rules are broken?
The staff maintains order, I feel like for real is fear. Because logically you have to make it make sense. Like I just left Ware State. Let's look at the ratio. It's 1,500 inmates. On a Saturday night, it might be only 6 officers working the prison. 6. How is it that these 6 control 1,500? It gotta be fear. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be. Niggas is scared of what gonna happen to them. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I think they keep order through fear. That's why they got the tasers, the pepper spray, the pepper ball guns, the 13. And then they talk about gangs in prison. The staff itself at a prison, they got it's like a game. Cause guess what? You do something to a gang member, one gang member, what normally happen? All of them come and jump and whoop your
It's a
ass.
fact. It's a
You
fact.
hit one officer. Next thing you know, a gang of niggas gonna run down and beat your ass. If they can't handle you, they got some more niggas that can pull up and handle the bit. It's the same shit. It just which
Yeah.
side of the fence you on.
Right. Right. So now, while you was incarcerated, what programs was kind of in there to kind of help inmates, so to say, when they get out of prison?
It just depend on where you land at, cause you had some prisons that was on it as far as getting you in classes and things of that nature. Then you got some prison where man, they might have GED class once a month, maybe type shit. Like it's messed up in there for what my experiences. But programs, they got trades in that some prison. Like I was at Phillips, they got the mechanic auto shop out there.
Mm.
They had the charter school where the young guys could go get their real diploma, class ring, and all that. They had, the little re-entry program. But to me, in my mind, you have to want to change and rehabilitate within self first.
It's a
That
fact.
prison, it ain't meant the ability rehabilitate you. It's a money prison is a money grab. So them folks don't care if you change within yourself or not for real.
He said hello. I'm from Maryland. I'm from Maryland. Okay. So what obstacles did you face when trying to rebuild your life, post incarceration?
Um the first obstacle, I got out, I was flat broke. I ain't had nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? I was living in a hotel for a minute. So I got a job at Wendy's that was right next door to the hotel. Like I got out March 1st. I had a job by March 6th. So I just was standing in the hotel going to work. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
once I got my money straight, I went and got my own spot. You know what I'm saying? And I just kept going from there because I knew I had to have a foundation. You know what I'm saying? Stability is a must. You feel me? Just filling out for certain jobs and getting turned down. And so I'm the type of person to where something is always better than nothing. Long as I'm getting
True.
paid for some of my time, it's 24 hours in a day. I got to get paid for some of these hours, no matter the amount. Cause if I rip and run in these streets, it ain't no guarantee a nigga gonna make no money, and you taking chances of going to jail. So I'd rather be on the job, on the clock, and to get that slow money than to be out there in those streets and get jammed up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's always the ratio is always in my mind. The ratio is every convict be out 3 to 6 months before he back in prison. So that used to always be on
Mm-hmm.
my mind. Like I got to beat the odds, boy. I got to beat the odds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
So yeah.
now let me ask you, right?
Mm.
Before you did your 15-year sentence, would you have ever went and applied at Wendy's before then?
Yeah, I actually worked at McDonald's back in 2006.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a few. I worked at McDonald's. I worked at KFC before, but I never worked there long. I might work there like a month or two.
Yeah.
And but yeah, because I'm a hustler. Like I believe in having different avenues of
Income. Yep.
revenue. You know what I'm saying? I got this little gig over here, this little job on trapping good, on doing this. That was back then. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was always hustling, man.
So how did incarceration impact your relationships with family and friends?
Um, it impacted it because some people don't believe that I'm gonna change, you know what I'm saying? Still to this day, people still think I sell dope and all that crazy shit. Nah, I ain't got none of that going on. Um, it's just the way people see you. You know, I got a couple day ones that were there from the beginning that know me for real, and they still stay silent. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I don't believe in just doing all that talking. Yeah, I ain't finna try to talk you to death and make you believe I changed. I'm just gonna demonstrate. You gonna see it. You can't help but see it.
Sure
So,
not.
that's just how I see that.
Okay. So were there any unexpected, like positive outcomes from your time served?
Yeah, yeah. One of the main thing it taught me patience. Patience. You know what I'm saying? Patience is a virtue. Like, don't nothing worth having come easy. You know what I'm saying? So it taught me to just stay down, key in, because before I went to prison, I used to kind of be all over the place. I would never just key in on one thing and
Yeah.
watch it develop. If it didn't develop fast enough, I was on to something else on. So now I had a patient to just lock in. In prison, you have to wait on everything. So it taught I learned patience. Just chill.
Mhm. So what resources or support systems were most helpful during your reentry back to, to society for real?
Um, Resources like as far as financially.
It could be, like did you have any family there that kind of helped you when you came home and gave you an
Oh
extra little push,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, man. Shout out to my Uncle Frost, man.
Yeah.
My second day out well, my first day out, I called my Uncle Frost, you know what I'm saying? We chopped it up. So, unexpectedly, he called me back like, "Hey, be ready in the morning. I'm finna take you to get your ID and your social security. I mean
Yeah.
your ID and shit. So cause you ain't gonna be able to get a job without it." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So I'm pull up to the hotel, snatch me up, take me to get my ID, and I was able to go grab me a job. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, things like that I needed then. I knew sooner or later I was gonna have my money together to go try to get me a car. So my uncle, it took me 3 tries. I ain't gonna lie, but he took me to go get my license. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And cause it was several people offering me the key to their cars and shit, but I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna drive till I get some license, cause that
Right.
just you just opening the door to go to jail.
Mhm.
So you seen for yourself, I was walking to work. I could have been in cars driving, and you know what I mean. But I'm like, nah, yeah, nah, that's too, I can't let them get me that
Yeah, not that
easy.
easy.
Nah,
Yeah.
not that easy, bro. That's too easy.
Yeah.
Nah, so yeah, like my uncle, man, and my auntie, I had one of my aunts pull up on me, you know what I'm saying? And a couple partners from back in the day pull up on me. Shout out to my brother Malik, man. What up, Shay, man? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? They aid and assisted me, you know what I'm saying, on this journey, man. I got some solid ones in my corner, man. Shout out to
Mhm.
Chance, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Like, I got some solid ones in my corner. You hear me? Shout out to Septicon. Love, what's happening? Yeah.
So, did your perspective on life change significantly after your experience?
Say it one more time.
So, did your perspective on life change after like post incarceration for real?
Yeah, yeah. I see the world in a whole different light. Like, you know what I'm saying? The way I used to look at the world before I went to prison, I thought I knew everything, but I ain't know nothing for real. You know what I'm saying? So growing up in prison, because I went to prison at 20 and got out when I was 35. I really grew up in prison for real as an adult for real. So in prison, you see all different forms of fashion of game come your way. You know what I'm saying? So it make you sharp. Like people in your city where you from, they just used to being around who? People in your city. But
Hmm.
in prison, you around niggas from Miami, Baltimore, Atlanta, all over Georgia. So you seeing different versions of game. So when you get out, a lot of shit niggas is slow to when the out of towner come around, you already on game because you done been around these type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? So you seeing shit like, oh yeah, he playing. You know what I'm saying? You catch on
Yeah.
this, you read the room better, like, cause you can find. So
Right.
out here in the free world, shit is more open. You can in there, ain't no secrets in chain gang.
Mhm.
Hey, it go hit the fan sooner or later, So, but yeah, I definitely see the world in a different light, though.
So, what do you wish people kind of understood more about the prison system?
Uh, that is very dangerous and it's psychological warfare. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hmm.
very dangerous, and you at war with your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're a product. You know what I'm saying? Of the corporation. It's modern day slavery. You know what I'm saying? In Georgia, I can speak because most states get pay their inmates. Georgia ain't paying you nothing. I think Georgia pay a penalty every year just so they don't have to pay the
So,
inmates. I think they come out cheaper paying the penalty than paying all us, so they just pay the penalty.
that's crazy. That's
Yeah, you know.
I've never heard that. Like, so in the state of Georgia, what you saying is, let me be clear to make sure I caught it. The inmates don't get paid for working at all. You just
Nah, work your bike out for a pike out. What I mean by that, you know how back in slavery days, they work in the fields all day. What they get at the end of the day, they little bowl of food.
right.
You see them boys cutting grass side the road, picking up paper, doing all this shit. When they get off detail, they gonna get a pack out, 3 sandwiches, or orange, and a milk. Get your ass back to the dorm.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to others facing similar circumstances for real?
if you can take the out, take the out. If you ain't just knee deep yet, but you done kind of had a few little scrapes, but
Yeah.
you free though. Go on, sit down with yourself, man, and ask yourself, why is it worth it? Cause they got somewhere for you. You ain't got to die to go to hell. Yeah, just get locked up in Georgia. Yeah, yeah. So just ask yourself, is it worth it, man? Whatever, however you live in your lifestyle, you know whether it's righteous or not. You know whether or not you got common sense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Enough to know, like, hey, do I switch it up or I crash out? Because eventually, if you're gonna keep running those streets or doing whatever you do unrighteously, then eventually it's gonna crash.
It's gonna
So
come. Yep.
it's on the individual to recognize it and take heed.
Okay, okay. Now I'm gonna step back at this point, Charlie, and I just want you kind of go ahead and do your thing, so to say, because I like to say this about you, Charlie. I like to say top five dead or alive prison storytelling right now. My man, Charlie. Sure enough, Brody.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So boom. It was the two gang members, right? Both of them was bloods, but they were different sets. You know what I'm saying? And they had been doing business together. You know what I'm saying? Getting money for real. You know them boy. You couldn't tell them shit. Blood went thicker than water. Boy, them boy was thick and thief. So it was this particular female started working at the prison. And Shawty was bad. I'm talking about fine on fine on fine. That thing was up there, two bunk bed. Yeah. She come through there strutting, so she chews up on one of the blood dudes. So you could kind of tell it start being friction. Like we ain't never heard these boy argue before the girl started working him. But now a couple of times out the blue, these boy arguing, they get into it and shit. So me peeping game doing time, I could tell it probably about this female. So boom, about 2, 3 months go by. I want to say about 3 months go by. One day you just hear them boys in the room arguing, fuck you and fuck that bitch, fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck because you got that bitch. I'm like, damn, I knew it. So the door busts open, boom, both of them boys come up out the room, they going toe to toe, blow for blow. So all the blood run out there and shit, you know what I'm saying? Them boys pop off. The two sets, they pop off in the dorm. It probably was like 8, 9 bloods on this side, about 10 or 15 on this side. They going ham in them. Police running them, spray everybody, you know what I'm saying? Pepper spray got us all messed up in that bit. So boom, they lock us down and they get everybody that was involved up out the dorm or whatever. Boom, we stay on lockdown about 3 weeks. I'm talking about they drug us on lockdown. So boom, that shit passed. So we come on lockdown. Come to find out, one of the blood dude that was in the altercation, he get let back out on compound. They let him out. Boom. Few weeks after that, they let the other dude back on compound. Boom, but they was in different dorms though. So I had my little phone or whatever. You know what I mean? I had my little female friend coming to see me and shit. So uh during the Christmas holidays, we had visitation. So my people came to see me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in visitation. So boom, about 30 minutes after me sitting there with my people, one of the blood dude came in there, one of the same blood dude that was in the incident. He come in there, see his people sit down or whatever. So I got that feeling. I don't know why I felt it. I said, boy, if he in him, why I just felt like the other dude finna come in here too. Man, listen, shortly after that dude walked in, I'm like, oh man, this shit here finna be crazy. So we sitting in there and they finally catch on that, damn, this nigga in here. You could tell by the expression, cause where I'm sitting at, I could see both of them. So one of them, you could tell the recognition hit his face, like, damn, this nigga in him. Then this nigga, he put around and look around and you see it on his face, like, oh yeah, that nigga ass in him. So the tension just went to bubbling in that bit. My people were looking at me like, what wrong with you? Why you looking like that? I said, man, some shit probably finna pop. She said, why you say that? I say, man, two dudes who got them went at it. They in here together now after this situation. So she like, yeah. black folk knows. She who. I'm like, bitch, just chill, bitch. This shit is serious. I can't be pointing this shit at this motherfucker. Goddamn, just chill. I say, you finna see in a minute. So we kicking it. My people go to the snipe machine, get me some more food and shit. And while she at the snipe machine, you hear one of the blood dude that walked in that fur like, nigga, what the fuck you keep looking over here at me for? So the other nigga like, nigga, ain't nobody thinking about you, pussy ass nigga. You ain't talking about shit, no way, nigga. Next thing you know, the boy just ran up on each other in the middle of the visitation room. They just went to hit. They just went to hit. And the officer had done left out because you got one officer that just sitting there and monitor. She had done left out and went some goddamn well. So them boy hit good. People in there piping it up and all, trying to get them, get them, get them. They people both you had his people, well, both of the individual, they people, they beefing and shit, they pointing each other face and shit. I said, oh, you got the family that got involved now. So this shit, I'm like, boy, this shit off the chain. So them niggas, they hitting, they running each other to the sniper machine. Boom, boom, boom. They kicking one on fell. Dude stomped him, but some kind of way, dude wiggle back up, get back on his feet, chunking, threw him on the ground, kicked him a few times. I said, boy, these niggas hitting it, this bitch. I'm talking about the boy going in. Then that thing, they people start hitting. Both of them each had like 4 or 5 people that came with them. So you got 10 people plus them. They fighting that bit. So the police finally run off in that bit. They get all the family members and shit. They shut visitation down and shit, made there. All the families leave and shit. Then a couple of them people that was fighting, they got locked up and shit and went to jail and shit. Like, them niggas got put in the hole. Like, that shit was crazy. So about 2 weeks after that, I heard one of the blood dude got shipped. They transferred him because they know they can't let them boys hit the compound together no more. You know what I'm saying? After a stabbing anyway, they supposed to transfer one of y'all automatically anyway. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't. I done seen times where 2 dudes done got to stabbing it out and then end up back in the same dorm. You know what I'm saying? Them folks don't care. I done heard the CERT team say, hey, we be sitting around hoping y'all devour each other in this motherfucker. Goddamn on some Hannibal shit. Kill each other in that motherfucker. We don't give a fuck. We'll come get y'all when it's over with. This shit is designed like, yeah, it's fucked up, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sure enough. Sure enough, man. Hey, man, Charlie, you seem to never disappoint, man.
Yeah.
So, hey, before we let you go today, man, what you kind of got on your plate, so to say, coming up? What you got? You got anything hot dropping this week? What you got going on?
Yeah, man. I'm working on a slew of things. Like I'm supposed to be having my 1 year anniversary. March 1st make it 1 year. I've been out, so the 28th, I'm gonna be recording some content to drop, celebrate my 1 year anniversary.
Okay.
Of course, the stories is automatic. I got some more high quality content coming. Stories, my music. I'm aiming to drop my album this summer. So I'm working on my music, you know what I'm saying? I stay dropping music videos. I got a couple features that I done deal with people. They gonna pull up, shoot video, you know what I'm saying? So video gonna be dropping. Like, I got new management now, so my shit is more organized. I got a team now. So shout out to Music Money, man. Shout out DJ Decepticon, man. Like, yeah, man. So shit is getting more organized, just working out the kinks and shit. But yeah, man, we in rotation. Then I got the mini movies dropping. So yeah, we in rotation.
Okay. Now, if anybody want to kind of get in contact with you, how they get in contact with you and all that good stuff, Brody?
Man, they can hit me on Instagram at King Charlie KMF. You can hit me on Facebook, you know what I'm saying, Charlie Boss, you know what I'm saying, Snapchat, Charlie Global, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, TikTok, King Charlie, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's up. Charlie Global. So yeah, I'm everywhere with it, man. Get at me, man. For real.
Yeah, Brody. Man, I'm gonna continue watching, Brody. Much success to you, man. Much success, man.
Appreciate
And
it,
I
bro.
and I see you. I see you. I see you again. We'll meet again, sir.
Already, bro. Already, man. Hit me, man.
You already.
For sure, brother.